Our coach was telling us a story about how he read the Tom Brady article about wanting more reps and gave you that article. What was your takeaway from that lesson, from what coach is trying to teach?
Just don't worry about how many, what he said, just don't worry about the things you can't control. I don't control how much I play or how long I play, when I go in, but when I'm out there, I control the things I do. So I just try to focus on what I can control, and that's just coming in, having a lot of energy, and just going out there playing hard.
Did that resonate with you, seeing, considering it is Tom Brady, probably the greatest quarterback to ever do it?
Sure. I mean, he's the greatest quarterback ever, for sure, right now. So if someone like that is taking that lesson in college, and someone who wasn't playing, everybody kind of knows his story. So it definitely gives you a little bit of motivation.
A few times, Darko has mentioned trying to get you to play with a bit more joy. Is that something you feel like did the job become more of a job over the last few years versus it being like a joyful outlet to some degree?
Not at all. I love basketball, even if I don't show it the way people may want me to show it. I want to do anything else. I love basketball. I watch basketball when I'm not playing. That's the best job in the world. That's far from the case.
I mean, obviously, it's a situation where you find yourself putting pressure on yourself, though, because, I mean, you're all hugely competitive. Is, his message sort of to lay off yourself a little bit, or what do you think he's trying to get?
You could say that. He's just he's just been telling me don't worry about what happens out there. You know what I mean? Just go out there and play, and then whatever the outcome is, it's the outcome, and then you can learn from it. You can go back and watch it. But while you're out there, you can't worry about messing up or doing this or doing this, trying to do the right thing. You just got to play and let it go how it will.
Are you playing with more freedom and joy?
Sure. I think just the consistency, just kind of knowing when I'm going to come in and getting a feel for it now. It's been 8 games and just starting to feel more comfortable. I think it's definitely helped, and obviously he's helped throughout the whole summer, just continue to give me confidence, and it's been good.
How much of it is still hunting your shot versus being more of a facilitator?
I just think it depends what the games gives you. Some days, for me, I think my job is to come out there, obviously make open shots, be aggressive. Definitely not. You don't have to hunt your shot necessarily, but don't pass nothing up. If something's there, take it, be aggressive, and continue to get guys open shots too.
Coach, do you normally work out with the players in terms of facilitating one-on-one with them and just getting reps up with them?
That's what I really love about this game. I love being with guys on the floor and being there with them, try to get sweat equity with them, and just being involved in their development and everything. I love doing that part. I wish I could do it before the game, every game, to to be around the players and touch them up. So I do.
Do you make a point of not just go get a reserve, not reserve, but make a point of one guy each practice at least I'm going to connect with one player today, one-on-one?
I kind of go by feel and see where if I can jump in and where I can help and who I need to talk. But I'm definitely trying to to connect with all the guys, if not daily, but weekly, just to have a chance to talk to each of them.
Has that road trip, this extended road trip, has that helped you forge a stronger relationship with the guys? More time with them?
Yeah, I think what it did even better is relationships between the players got so much better. As you can see, last game, they were really relying on each other, and we had great communication during the course of the game, and they had so much fun playing with each other on the floor. And for me, that's the biggest win of this road trip, that the guys are really starting to gel together.
You've mentioned, when talking about Malachi, you've mentioned wanting to see him play with a bit more joy. Could you sense, when you first met him, I don't know when that was, could you sense as somebody who's sort of leans toward being hard on himself?
I did, and trust me, since day one, that was our conversation daily, that he needs just to have fun playing basketball.
Yeah.
young player in NBA, you're getting paid a ton of money to do what you love to do. Like, what's there to complain about? Like, you gotta embrace the moment and live for the moment. And he's doing really good job. He's affecting and helping our team on defensive end, and he made some very timely shots for us in the game against Dallas, and he's continuing to grow and develop, and I expect him to make another 1, 2, 3, 4 steps forward.
One of the games you went out and hugged him at a timeout. The other night it seemed like everybody was super happy for him. I mean, obviously everybody's paying attention to what he's been through the last few years. Is he somebody like the group rallies around?
He's an amazing human being, like, and his teammates really love him and support him, and Dennis is very invested in him and talking to him and praising him and trying to help him in every possible way for him to be Malachi Flynn out there, to be himself and to be confident and to hoop.
Coach, when you look at how much you guys were able to feast in the paint last game, how much of that changes when you have to contest, Kristaps into the matter tomorrow?
I mean, we did score a lot of points in the paint, and I thought that we were very efficient in the paint. A lot of times it's not like just our pure desire to do that. If you look at Dallas defensive schemes, they were not really over-helping on our drives, and they were letting guys kind of like drive one-on-one. It looked like they wanted to take away threes and, limit us with scoring more in the paint, and we just took advantage of that. And, some other night it's going to be different. They're going to be double-teaming us. They're going to be packing the paint, and we got to be able to shoot the shots and make open shots.
Malachi talked briefly about just having to understand of his expectations of him, even just prior going into games. How much, as a coach, do you play the balance of telling anybody on the team to stay ready versus kind of giving them insight in terms of, hey, like, you're probably going to get some minutes here tonight?
Before every game, I tell all the players on the team, we have a morning meeting, and I tell players who are the 10 guys that I count in a game, 10, or it might be at some point 9, or whatever it might be the number. I tell those guys, and they have heads up, and everybody else got to be ready to step on the floor and play. And we had situations that player was not planned to be in a rotation, but foul situation happened, but things went, matchups just demanded different type of a player on the court, and we pulled that player on the court, and he played, and he performed well. So I think it's important for everybody to come to the game with understanding, like, I might step in on the court and play. So their mind and preparation, everything goes into that direction.
And then just now having some space away from the Dallas win, does anything stand out to you now, having looked back to the film?
We played with great pace. In a game, it was hard even for me, like, to catch up, like what we're in and how we're doing. Like, even on made shots, we were really pushing the pace. We were able to get on offense with 20 seconds on the shot clock, and it just allowed us to have more time down the possession to execute better and to find better shots. And I thought that we did a really good job cutting. I thought that our defense overall was pretty solid, but there were also areas for us to improve, communication pieces, rotation, who's coming to help on certain drives, and we just continue to build off of that.